Hey everyone, in this Champions Arena video, I'm going to talk about the notice board and the estate shop. Now, in order to use the notice board, you have to be in an estate, and you can only use the notice board that is within your estate. So I am in the Dub estate, the best estate and the best guild around, with the cheapest summons, the best rates. I've seen people get legendary and epic champions from pulling here all the time, but that's not the point of this video. We're going to the notice board right here, which is currently level 4 as of recording this. And how it works is that there's going to be a lot of missions here, and as you level up the notice board, there's going to be higher difficulties. So at the moment we just unlocked difficulty level 3, and the higher the difficulty, the better the rewards you will receive, but also the higher the requirements. So you'll need higher level champions with high attack, high defense, high craft, high perception, all of those examples. And the way this works is that you'll select one of these missions, which I already did right here, and you'll have to slot in a certain number of champions. It varies per mission. I've had one where you just need to supply 2 champions, and I've had one where you need to supply 10 champions. So it can vary between 2 and 10. For this one, it had me put in 6 champions, and I pretty much put in like the best that I could here. And it's going to show you the rewards right here and also how long it takes. So with all these champions, it's still going to take me 6 hours and 52 minutes. I believe it was 7 hours once I started doing this. And when it finishes, I'll have to come back here and select complete in order to get the rewards. Now, the rewards that I will be getting is 1 upgrade stone level 4 and 4 of these upgrade stone level 2s. The reward that the estate is going to be getting is 5 of these upgrade stone level 3s, and these are sold at the estate shop, and they have to be listed by the leadership of your estate, and I'll be showing you how that works in just a moment. While we're still in the notice board, you can actually pay gems to complete the quest you're on immediately. I don't recommend doing this. I feel like it's a waste of gems, and you can do up to 2 quests per day. If you finish this quest and there are still quests available here to accept, then you're able to pick up another one. Now, if there are no more quests here to accept, then that probably means the rest of your members in the estates picked up the quests, and yeah, they've all been picked up and they're all being worked on by somebody. And that's pretty much it for the notice board. As you upgrade it, it's going to increase the amount of missions that can be completed in total. At level 10, it's going to allow the estate to have a total of 120 missions, and at level 8, it's going to unlock the highest difficulty, which probably has the best rewards. And it also increases the personal amount of quests that one person can do up to 4. Realistically, I think people are only going to be able to do 1 or 2 just because of the amount of members that are in the estate. Like, everybody has the chance to pick up 1 or 2, and that's about it. But really, it just depends on how many people in your estate are actually doing these missions, which honestly, everybody should be doing these missions because they get rewards for doing this, and it also gives some rewards to the estate. Now, with all that out of the way, I'm going to talk about the estate shop, which is where those estate rewards come in. So whenever you go to the estate shop for the first time, you're probably not going to have anything listed. If you don't have anything listed, here is how it works. You're going to go to storage, and you are going to need to be leadership for this. So you either need to be Lord or Vice Lord, and if you are, you'll be able to go to storage. You'll be able to select the item, and you'll be able to select the price and then schedule sale. So all of these items right now are sold in batches of 1. Surprisingly, yes, even the lapis, you don't buy 100 at a time, you just buy 1 at a time. And if you set the price to the minimum, which is 2 gems, that means every single lapis will cost 2 gems to purchase, which I think is very expensive. Believe it or not, somebody bought all our lapis just the other day, surprisingly, at 2 gems each. But anyways, yeah, so I listed the lapis here, 2 gems each, and then I would go list another item. The essence, I think at 2 gems each makes sense because that's pretty much the price you pay for them if you were to buy them from the shop on mobile. But at the moment, we are just setting them to 4 gems. And yeah, you could do this for all these other items. So this one I could set to 5 gems. And if I wanted to sell this, or maybe I wanted to rip people off, then I could set it for 200 gems. Probably nobody will buy it, but you know. So these gems, 20% of the sale will go to the estate, and the rest of it will get lost. The more you upgrade the estate shop, then the more percentage you'll receive. So at level 10, you'll be able to receive 50% of the sale amount, and then the other 50% still gets lost to the server. Nobody gets those gems. And yeah, as you increase it, you'll be able to list more items at the same time. Now, the estate shop is very interesting. You can actually go into anybody's estates. You don't need to be in an estate to use this, by the way. You can go into anyone's estate and purchase whatever they have here on the estate shop. But you have to be leadership in order to actually set the prices of stuff, and you're also able to change the order of stuff here. But yeah, that's how you list items. Now I'm going to talk about more how to actually buy these items and how to actually look at what people are planning to sell on their estate shops. So whenever you go into somebody's estate shop, you want to click on the reserve button at the bottom right. This is going to show you the items that they are planning to sell on the following day. This goes into effect immediately upon day reset. So as soon as the day resets, all these items go on sale for whatever price they say right here. So lapis will be at 2, essence will be at 4, the upgrade stone level 1 will be at 5, these mixed items will be at 200. Now notice that I already have some items here. I listed these before this day started, and it just happens to be almost exactly the same except the condition potions. I didn't set these mixed items the day before I set the condition potions. 2 gems, 4 gems, and you'll be able to see how much is in stock. And remember, all of this is in quantity of 1. So if you were to buy all this lapis, it would be 6,000 gems. I'm sure somebody would be desperate enough to do that if they really need the lapis. That's how these high level players who need tons of lapis, you know, they'll just spend some gems and get it from any of the estate shops. So there we go. That's pretty much all there is to the estate shop, and I'm also going to show you how it looks like whenever you go to somebody else's estate. So here we are going to go, there we go. Let's go to this one, enter this one. We're going to look at their estate shop, and it looks like they only have lapis for sale at 2 gems each. They probably had other products, but if the product gets sold out, it's not going to show up here anymore. So it's going to say no product, and they haven't reserved anything. As you can see, you probably want to check the reserve section a couple of minutes before the day resets, because more than likely they'll have it registered on time. And you will have to, if you're leadership, you will have to register your items in your estates every single day. Just because you did it one day does not mean they're going to be registered there every single day. And if you collect more items from the notice board quests, they will not immediately go on stock even if you have them listed. They will only go on stock on the following day. Any price changes you make will only go into effect the following day. That's how it works. Now, one very powerful strategy that I will mention here, I'm not going to be able to show you here, but I will mention it. I have a couple of estates on my favorites list that I have been visiting when the day resets. Shout out to Dr. Wookie, and as you can see, no products in stock. The reason for that is some of these estates will list items at 2 gems, ridiculously cheap, and some of these items are very good to buy at 2 gems. For example, the mixed items, those give you a huge advantage. Even the condition potions, which aren't all that amazing, at 2 gems I would definitely buy them. Or these upgrade stones, level 2 or higher at 2 gems, yes, I would definitely buy those. You may occasionally see estates that are selling these items at 2 gems. The idea is that they want to sell the items at 2 gems for their estate members to buy, but unfortunately, since the estate shop is open to everyone, literally anybody can come in there and buy these items out. And yes, I have visited some estates and I have bought some of their items out at very cheap prices, and it helps me out. And yeah, it's probably a screwed up thing to do, but the reason I'm telling you this is because people will do it, and it's a strategy that can be done. So at the dub estate, don't come in here expecting to buy super cheap products at 2 gems, because you're probably going to see somewhat reasonable prices like this, because if people do decide to buy them, we'll receive gems to be able to distribute to our members. So I'm just letting you know now. But what you can check out in our estate is our altar champions, because we have the highest rate at summons. We probably have some of the best summons ever. I've seen people get legendaries and epics here more than any other champion altar. Well, hey, that's just me personally that I've seen. I don't know. This is the only place I summon at. And hey, I got a legendary Zafrina from here, and it's changed my gameplay forever. Okay, enough about that. So that's all the information I have on notice boards and the estate shop. So hopefully you found that information helpful or informative. Hopefully it helped you out. Consider leaving a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't done so. If you want to help support the channel, you can find links to do so in the description of the video. And as always, I appreciate your support and thank you for watching.